One. All right, everybody. Common ground number 2. I've used the Kleenex, therefore I'm ready to go. Here with my stepsister, Sarah Chenault. And we know what common ground is about.
Yeah.
The framework has been laid out. All right, so Sarah, here's what we have in common from my perspective.
Okay.
We are family first and fiercely loyal to that family. We'll defend them, stick by them, family first. High priority. That was pretty easy.
That's a good one.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Totally agree.
We both love to laugh. I don't know how many memories I have of you cackling around, like now, like all the time. And the pure joy comes out of you, and it's a magical thing, and it lights up a room. I would say this. It's a little bit like what Wally was saying. You and I think, see the other people in the room, where it's, there could be several people involved in a conversation, but you're wondering, how do I pull this person in the conversation? I wonder how that person over there is doing. Why are they quiet? What do I need to do? So there's like a conscious awareness of all the other participants and those that aren't participating, and you want to pull them in, and I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I had an example of that, I think. Like it's currently in our family with Paul and Barb. How's Paul doing? How's Barb doing? Are all the family members engaging in this? How are we going through it? And the underserved are the ones that we're worried about. Mm-hmm. Okay. What do we have in common?
Well, I think when I think of you, I think of that you're a deep thinker. Like you think about things like very deeply and thoroughly, and I'm like that too.
Yeah, you definitely are.
Deep.
Yeah, that's right.
One of the things I think too about you is that you know how to make people feel comfortable. Like I always watch when you interact with like the nieces or nephews or whatever, and you're like, hey, like joking around with them, and a lot of times they feel awkward because they haven't seen people in a while, or whatever, but you always like get on their level.
Break it down,
like,
baby.
Yeah, like get down on their level and make them feel like, I don't know if it's joke around with them or whatever, but they always like walk away feeling good.
That's good.
Which I think is, I don't know if that's in common or if that's something I admire about you, or
Yeah.
I don't know, but anyway.
Well, you do that too, for sure, in a different way. But you do the same thing. You make everybody feel important, and then feel good.
That's important.
Yeah.
And good.
Turns out.
The other thing too is I think that we're both really creative.
Yeah.
I'm creative probably in different way. Like you're, business mind, like global thinker kind of thing. But I'm like a creative problem solver.
Yeah.
And I have fun doing it.
Yeah.
And you have fun doing it.
For sure.
So I think like being creative and like open-minded and trying to figure out solutions or something fun or whatever, or party decor.
Right. Lots
You
of
might not do
rabbits.
that. Yeah, there's
Lots of rabbits here for
rabbits
Easter.
around here. Yeah. Yep. So I think the creativity.
And you're more observant, though. Like, I didn't
think?
notice the rabbits till I was here for 3 days.
That is true. That was pretty funny. You're like, wow, there's a rabbit. I'm like, and there. You go the extra mile. And that was the other thing that I thought of. Was like, when you do something, you don't do it small. You kind of do things like with a little extra flair.
Yeah.
And I think I kind of do that too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. Agreed. Yeah. That's good. All right, how are we different? I had, I have a big circle.
Yeah.
And you like a small circle
Yeah.
of friends, right?
Yeah.
We were talking about this the other night.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need 100 friends or 1,000 friends. You need 6 that you can count on.
Correct.
And I seem to need a lot. or want a lot or whatever. That's a different issue that we
That
can talk about.
energizes you though.
It does. So
Where it depletes me. Like I feel depleted by people.
Right.
Like I come home from work and I'm like, I need quiet. Like he and I just hanging out
Right.
with the dog and whatever. I'm like, I don't need any more people.
Yeah.
So
it's a little broader than that in one respect. I would say diversity is important to me. Wake up in the morning, do something different every day, see a different path, do something different, change. I love change. I want to try something new. And I don't think you would say that's how you would describe yourself.
definitely not.
Okay.
No, I like routine. I'm
Yeah.
pretty vanilla, boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's different.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good. Okay.
Yeah. For sure.
Oh, this I both admire, but I also find different. You are unconditional love. Your kids are pretty clear how you feel about them. It's unconditional. I think my kids are clear that I love them, but I do think that it's always a challenging thing. Like, is that enough? Is that the best? Right? Pushing them. I think you do push, but you do it they are very clear there's a net underneath them, and it's unconditional love. So I think that's just slightly different how we show it. Yours is clearly understood unconditional love. Mine's a little more, it's unconditional love. I think they know that. God, I hope you know that, guys. but there's always a little bit of a push on top.
Yeah.
Of it.
Yeah.
And then the third one, this is a good one. See if you think this is true.
Okay.
I find that I seek, and this is why I have a large circle of friends, I seek validation. I want people to know I am here. Right? And somehow my ego is attached to that, unfortunately. That I need people to say, there's Michael, I told you the Pat A. Habegger story. Why did I need to tell that story? It's not that important. But I need that validation. That's my weakness or my insecurity or whatever. And I don't think you seek validation, but I think you seek acceptance. You want to know people accept you as you are and love you for who you are.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's spot on. For
Good.
sure. For
All right, so those are my three. I kind of melded like it made that four.
Okay. Let me look. So mine are really similar, actually.
Oh, good.
So one of the things that I said about you is that you're adventurous. Like, you love to try something new and go do this and go do that, and you're like very adventurous in how you live your life.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
Pretty simple.
I mean, I've gotten better. Like, I think I'm open to trying new stuff and whatever, but I've never really been that adventurous. But now I'm like, okay, we're getting old, and so we should be a little bit more. We should try things.
In the spirit of common ground, do you find joy or potentially a partnership in having an adventure seeker, it doesn't need to be me, with you to go, great, I know that person's going to pull me out, and that's going to allow me to do more things and see more things.
Yeah.
You do seek it.
No, I do. Well, no, I don't know if I seek it, but like I'm open to it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
I think Pat's seen, like, since the girls have been gone or whatever, I used to just be like, let's get Carrie in and like get my jammies on at like 5, and like I just want to be home and like quiet. And he'll say, let's go meet the girls, or let's go out to dinner, or let's do something, and I say yes now.
He's a doer. As
He's
we
a
heard
doer.
a minute ago.
He is. So I'm trying to like meet him more like in that area and say, I'd love to do that. Or he'll say, should we go for a walk, like walk the golf course or something like that? And I'm saying yes.
Yeah.
So I'm trying.
That's
but,
good. But this is it.
I am
this is
a little bit more of an introvert.
This is what it's all about, because I think inevitably we all have to find the things in each other that, first of all, you have to meet them halfway.
Right.
But then the other part is like, then you might get joy out of that. You might see more things or find more solace if it's the other way around. And both of those things are really good.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it. Like the growing experience of like trying new things and trying to think differently about stuff. So. The other thing I thought was you live life larger. like you're more broad, like a broader band,
Yeah.
like what you were saying about like a lot of friends and like,
Yeah.
and it doesn't seem like they're like false friends. It seems like they're actual friends,
Yeah.
right? Where it takes me a lot longer to like delve in and have that deep friendship.
Yeah.
But that's what I like.
Yeah.
Is that, and so there aren't very many of them.
Yeah, that's right.
So
That's how it works.
That's another thing about being depleted
Yeah.
by people.
Yeah.
You know, so my circle's smaller.
Yeah,
But I like it.
Yeah, right, but
I'm fine
deeper.
with it.
Deep-
It's pretty deep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yours is
like,
a lot deeper.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay, so the thing I admire is an ability to put the world away and not need the world and be happy in yourself. Whether that's whatever, reading a book, it may you could be with a family member or whatever, but like you don't need the rest of the world for validation. You could be, like you said, you could be here totally immersed, have a great evening, put your head on the pillow and be happy with your day and not have had any of that. So like just really shutting out the world. So even in this little transition I'm in, I'm like, all right, I'm not going to look at my phone for 3 hours in a row. And that's
Okay,
really hard for
that's
somebody like
good.
me. I want
Yeah,
more
sure.
action, more whatever.
Sure.
So I hope I can get to this place where I can, without external input, feel great.
You can do it.
You can do it.
You can do it. Well, that's kind of why I gave up all social media.
Ah.
Like, and it was probably like 7 years ago that I stopped everything. Like, I don't have Instagram, I don't have Facebook, I don't have Twitter. And like when I started doing that, it was really lonely. Like I felt very like, it was like crickets and quiet and
Yeah.
kind of weird. And I felt very disconnected. And then because it's that FOMO, right?
Yeah.
And so the girls don't like that I say this, but I think it's like actually kind of cool because they have social media and Emily loves social media. Hannah doesn't like it so much, but I started this thing where it's like I have the joy of missing out, and
JOMO.
I call it JOMO, and it's my JOMO. And I have
It's like a
girls that-
juggle. It's like a
it's like a
juggle.
juggle, but it's my JOMO because it's like I have the joy of not knowing what anybody's doing because I really don't need to know what you're eating or where you are. I don't. And so people that love me and know me send me their pictures of their kids
Right.
or their
And you got
grandkids or
It's
their,
enough.
and I love it. And I'm like, that's what I want to see. But I don't want to see I don't care about seeing, because it was making me feel really weird and sad and creepy, and I'm creeping on people, and I'm like, I don't want to do that.
No,
So
that's good.
I thought, well, if something's making me feel that bad, I'm not doing it anymore.
That's
So
good.
yeah, I'm kind of a weirdo, but that's okay.
That's awesome.
I am.
All right, so now you've defined my thing I need to go find is JOMO.
Yeah, JOMO. I want to write a book about it.
Perfect.
I have started writing
Okay.
about JOMO. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. It's like a lot of chicken scratch, but
Okay.
I think what I admire about you is I just feel like you just love life. And like every situation that you're in, it's like you come to Texas and it's like you rent a pickup truck and you listen to country music. You know, like when you and Haley came down, it's like you get into whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think that creates joy. It's like you're enjoying your moments,
Yeah.
right? You're enjoying like whatever moment it is you get into. It's like, okay, we're going to go have really good, you enjoy a meal
Yeah.
or
The coldest martini in the world.
Right? False.
False.
False advertising. So that's what I love about you is I love that you love life and you share it.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite things about you.
Awesome. Awesome. Makes me happy. I'm better because of you. Thank you.
I'm better because of you too.
Turn that thing off.
This was so fun. Wow. What a